welcome to this Friday, December the 9th edition of Ringside Report. I am Ryan Young. Joining me on the phone as always, the king of controversy, Anthony Smoody. Smoody, how we doing on this Friday?
Oh my goodness, the time is flying fast. We're almost 2017. Stop already.
I know, it's crazy, and of course, before you know it, it'll be WrestleMania.
Oh boy, I can't wait for Orlando.
Oh boy, I've been trying to plan our trip this week, restaurant-wise and activity-wise. Tony, we're right down the street from Carlo's Bakery where I wanted to go in Dallas. There's one in Orlando. We're going this year, or next year.
Yes, we are going next year.
We might have to buy a pie now, don't we?
Uh-oh.
We're going to talk about that in a little bit.
You might get your beard shaved, so watch it, buddy boy.
Oh, I'm going to stay quiet. Let's recap Smackdown here to start off the show. AJ Styles comes out, celebrates that he's the champion, and James Ellsworth comes out, and then Dean Ambrose comes out. All he does is give dirty deeds to James Ellsworth, and that's the show, or that's the opening promo. Tag team titles on the line. Wyatt and Orton defeated Slater and Rhino. Then you had the Hype Bros defeat you had Natalya versus Carmella ended in no contest when that match did not happen. Hype Bros defeat the Ascension, Miz TV with Dean Ambrose and Daniel Bryan, eventually leading to an Intercontinental title match later on in the night between Ambrose and Miz. Baron Corbin defeats Kalisto, Chad Gable defeats Tyler Breeze, Alexa Bliss and Becky Lynch do a promo, and Alexa Bliss admits she's like the queen bitch around SmackDown, which I'm surprised that she was talked about. And then the Intercontinental title on the line, Miz defeats Dean Ambrose. Overall, Tony, I thought it was not a real good SmackDown coming out of TLC.
I thought it would be a better one with with AJ Styles being on the card, but without him on the card, it was pretty not so good. I wasn't pleased with SmackDown. And Miz, I don't know, that's crazy.
And then following that, we had 205 Live on the WWE Network. Noam Dar defeats Cedric Alexander, who apparently has a new fling now, Tony, with Alicia Fox. Oh, boy. And then Daivari gets a win over Jack Gallagher. And then we finish it off with the rematch for the Cruiserweight title. Rich Swann defeats Brian Kendrick, but then Kendrick attacks TJ Perkins at ringside. Is that a match and a rivalry we're going to start looking at on 205 Live?
Yeah, that's another. This match, they should be ending a feud between TJ Perkins and Brian Kendrick, where it's got to end somehow, some way.
And we'll see how that'll pan out. And then back to SmackDown. It looks like as of right now, you really don't see. It's looking closer. James Ellsworth's probably going to get out of this picture eventually, because in that Intercontinental title match, he cost Dean Ambrose yet again. So what is it going to take for this storyline to end? Does Dean Ambrose have to destroy James Ellsworth?
No, I think what they got to do is what Enzo's got to do is give James Ellsworth his title shot. He'll lose it. Dean Ambrose screw him over. Then put James Ellsworth in the Royal Rumble with Dean Ambrose. And have Dean Ambrose eliminate him in the Royal Rumble match. Because,
of course, that match was supposed to happen on SmackDown, but AJ Styles is actually legitimately injured. And James Ellsworth, they played it off as Ellsworth was hurt. So hopefully we'll see that. Is that match announced for next week, or not sure?
Not sure, but possibly 2 weeks that Ellsworth might screw him in Chicago. Depends if that match does declare.
Now, Chicago, I'll be there for that SmackDown. Chicago's an indie wrestling town. Do you see James Ellsworth getting a pop at Allstate Arena?
No. I expect him to get booed out of the...
I don't know, Tony. They love him. They love them guys like that.
Well, look at Cena. He started as a good guy in Chicago in 2002. Then they always boo him and everything. But look what he always does. Cena always hits a home run saying, Chicago's my kind of town.
So we'll see what happens there. Again, that is December 26th for Raw and 27th for SmackDown. We're taking time out here on the Ringside Report. When we come back, we are going to recap Ring of Honor. That's next on the Ringside Report. On this date, Tony, Chris Jericho became the first ever undisputed champion. Who did he beat in the same night?
Kurt Angle, and he still brags about it to this day.
Tony, you're wrong. Tony, he beat Stone Cold in the...
I'm sorry. Let me correct myself. The Rock is Stone Cold.
There we go. Good boy.
Stone Cold beat Kurt Angle.
Was Kurt Angle involved in that tournament?
Yeah, he lost to Austin for the WWE Championship, and then Rock beat Jericho. Jericho beat Rock, and then Jericho beat Austin to help us hook the team.
Hot damn. Some news coming out of WWE. Here's a few things. First thing is that Lita has been released from her contract, so we won't see her on the pre-show or kickoff show anymore. How did you like her on there? Apparently, a lot of people did not like her because she really didn't make much conversation and stuff like that. So, is WWE really losing anything for her as a commentator and an analyst?
No, she needs to go back to where she originally started, and that is helping the divas out in the division, the women's on their division, because she's a great wrestler, and that's where she started, like, coaching these women that are coming up to the Performance Center. So, she needs to be broadcasting, but I can't wait for Steve Corino to come around. Mickie James has signed a contract. She looks like she's going to debut on Smackdown in January. How big is that to have her back in the women's division? If she goes on Smackdown, that's going to just make Smackdown that much better in the women's division. Well, technically it does, because you don't know who's the better Raw women's division, but Smackdown, you got Mickie James as a veteran, so she could definitely bring some fire to that Smackdown division.
Indeed. And then, of course, congratulations to Linda McMahon. She's now part of the cabinet for Donald Trump. She paid $6 million towards the campaign of Donald Trump. So, of course, WWE, it looks like it's been, again, she's kind of taken herself away from WWE. That's Vince's thing now. But congratulations to her now being part of the Congress. She's always been a part of the Congress. But congratulations to Linda McMahon.
Yeah, definitely. It's going to be a big time, because Vince and Trump finally get along with each other for once.
My dad asked me today, and I told him the story, that he's like, does Donald Trump have anything to do with WWE? I'm like, well, he is a Hall of Famer, right?
Yes, he is a Hall of Famer, and yes, he has got Coach Raw, and
he owned Raw for one night, didn't he? Didn't he buy it from Vince McMahon, quote unquote?
Yeah, in Green Bay. He bought in Green Bay.
And then also he speared Vince McMahon at WrestleMania, what was that, 23?
And then he shaved his head, yes.
Yes, that was great. The only president to ever shave Vince McMahon's head. Now let's preview or recap Ring of Honor. They're still in Philadelphia. Not Philadelphia. They're still in Baltimore. Tempura Boys defeat Cheeseburger and Will Ferrara. That leads to a match after that with Donovan Dijak and Joey Daddiego. Joey Daddiego is now training Cheeseburger and Will Ferrara, but Donovan Dijak got the victory. Punishment Martinez and B.J. Whitmer versus War Machine ends in a no contest. Then eventually Steve Corino comes out. There's a pushing match, and then Steve Corino leaves. Tony, is this going to lead to a match between Steve Corino, possibly? One more match before he goes off to WWE?
I think it's going to end up being one more match with him, and then they're going to finally say, okay, this is your last match, we're going to screw you over. Adios, have a good night.
And then finally, Motor City Machine Guns, Leo Rush, and Jay White get a win over Jay Lethal, Silas Young, and the Briscoes. Other news that took place is that it looks like Cody Rhodes is going to be the newest member of the Bullet Club. Do you think Cody Rhodes is going to be a good fit with the Bullet Club?
Oh, I would love to see him, because he's got that attitude that don't take shit from nobody and don't care about anything.
Okay, that is Ring of Honor. Of course, they taped in Philadelphia, and they taped in they taped in New York City, I believe, and then they also taped in Philadelphia. So we'll see how that all goes in the upcoming weeks. And this upcoming week on Ring of Honor is going to be Women of Honor. So we'll have a recap of that coming up on next Friday's show. We're taking time out. When we come back, we are going to recap NXT. That's next on the Ringside Report. On this day, Tony, back in, not sure what year, but Jeff Hardy got a win, retained his title at Final Resolution. I miss TNA having monthly pay-per-views.
Yeah, that was when Jeff Hardy was the little, I didn't give a crap about nobody. He was the Eric Bischoff bitch.
Yeah, he was going through a lot of problems back then. I remember when that match against Sting where he showed up completely out of it, and I think he was on medicine or some kind of pills he was taking. And that main event, I think it was Victory Road of 2011 or 12, and he showed up completely out of it. It was like a minute match.
Oh yeah, that was gruesome.
Also some special news. Me and Tony, of course, they have a bet going for pay-per-view bets. If he wins, he's down by 3.5. If he needs to pretty much sweep the board, but if he wins, then I gotta shave my goatee, which I've never had without. And then if I win, Tony gets a pie to the face. Well, that will officially take place, ladies and gentlemen, the Friday. I'm trying to think of what the day. I want to say it is April 7th. 3/5. Yes, Friday, April the 7th. In Orlando, on the Ringside Report, whoever loses will pay off that bet in Orlando on Friday, April the 7th. So, Tony, are you ready to take a pie to the mush?
Hey, just like the College Winter World Series, I'm going to do the most embarrassing thing. Is going to be a two-time champion. You are going to shave that beard, and Mama, you got to shine it. Your son's coming home with no beard.
So again, folks, that is Friday, April 7th. Whoever loses will pay out. Either I get to slam the pie in the face, or I will be clean shaved, and then however many points Tony wins by, that's how many weeks I gotta stay clean shaved. And no one's ever seen me clean shaved for about, what, almost 10 years. So that...
You gotta take a picture of us like, hey, baby, take a look at this much. No more sexy beard anymore.
Well, Tony, you're still down by 3.5, so you better be scouting and thinking about, and then matches, you better be studying to know who's going to win, because every pick is going to be crucial at roadblock end of the line.
It reminds me a couple years ago when we were at Coles at Buffalo Wild Wings, when you and Brandon were fighting to see who would win that one year, and it ended up, when you guys were tied, you had to go to the Royal Rumble match.
Yes. That was big.
That's great.
Me and you I'm a 2-time winner. You're a 1. Brandon never won it. And now I might have a chance to be a 3-time winner, or Tony's going to be a 2-time winner, and we're gonna have a battle next year. So we'll see what happens, but that'll be exciting. Again, folks, Friday, April 7th. Either I'll be clean shaved. That'll be our final segment from Orlando. What's up?
What would it be weird if you and I tied and it ended a tie?
Then we go to the Rumble. Should be fun. Okay, folks, let's recap NXT. DIY comes out with their titles, and all of a sudden it's Paul Ellering and the Authors of Pain, and the Revival. It ends in a kind of a brawl. But Tony, out of them teams, which team out of Authors of Pain, who won the Dusty Rhodes Memorial Tournament, and then the Revival, who do you think is going to be the next in line for a tag team title match?
Probably the Powers of Pain, because...
Authors of Pain, Tony, not Powers of Pain.
Who is it? Authors of Pain?
Yeah, Powers of Pain was Barbarian and Warlord.
I'm still thinking the classic number. No, the Authors of Pain, we call it very dangerous tag team, and yes, they've been hurting a lot of people, so WWE's better be careful with this Authors of Pain, because if they keep getting out of control, WWE better do something about this.
And then, of course, No Way Jose and Rich Swann lose to Sanity. Amber Moon gets a victory, and then they show the TNA Championship match. Shinsuke Nakamura defeats Samoa Joe. The rematch will be in a steel cage. It'll be on the network, I believe, on next Wednesday in Australia. I think they're just going to show it on NXT. But we'll see the rematch one final time. And the rumor has it is that Samoa Joe is expected to join WWE by the Royal Rumble. Tony, what are the chances he debuts in Chicago?
That would be awesome, but I want to see him like AJ Styles did, into the Royal Rumble in San Antonio.
That would be exciting, and of course, it's going to be that's. Go ahead.
I want to correct you. You said TNA, not NXT.
Oh, sorry, NXT. So all the same damn letters and shit.
Well, remember different companies.
NXT is much better than TNA. Preview for Monday, we're going to recap TNA Impact, or then we're going to preview Raw and SmackDown. Tony, where are we this week?
I guess we're in the Midwest, I think.
I should know this. And because I see it every week, and I always forget it, and I don't know where. They were in Texas last week, and I don't know where they were this week.
They were in Des Moines, Iowa this week. I'll look it up.
Well, Tony, we're done, so we'll talk about it on Monday, and we'll get back to you. Everyone have a great weekend. There's a lot of snow coming for the Midwest, so everyone be prepared. It's cold, and have a great weekend. Enjoy. For Anthony Smootty, I'm Ryan Young, and thank you for watching the Ringside Report, your front row seat to all things wrestling.